All right, if you're a chess player, you absolutely know the feeling. You learn the rules, you play a few games, and then, bam, you hit a wall, a rating wall. And for so many players, that wall is built right around 500 ELO. Well, today, we are going to smash right through it.
Does this look familiar? You're playing game after game. You're watching videos, you're trying to learn, but your rating just doesn't budge. It is one of the most frustrating things in chess, right? Feeling like you're just running in place while everyone else is climbing up that ladder.
And hey, you are not alone. This is a real quote from a player who felt completely stuck, and it just perfectly captures a feeling shared by thousands of people. It's a super common plateau, but the good news is, it's a plateau you can absolutely get past.
So why does this level feel so much like quicksand? Well, the common idea is that the game has suddenly gotten way too complex, that you're missing some kind of secret, high-level knowledge that everyone else has.
And this is the classic self-diagnosis. You probably think you need to find these brilliant sacrifices or these deep strategic plans to win. You think your opponents are just outthinking you with these amazing ideas and that you just can't see the board like a better player can. But what if that's not the real problem at all?
Okay, let's get to the real heart of the matter. The reason you're stuck probably isn't what you think it is. And understanding this is the crucial turning point in your game. Seriously. Forget about deep opening theory. Forget about positional sacrifices or some complex endgame technique you saw a grandmaster play. At the 500 ELO level, games are almost never decided by who has the more brilliant plan. Trying to play like a super grandmaster is actually holding you back.
Here is the simple, honest truth. Nearly every single game at this level is decided by one thing: blunders. Someone just moves a piece to a square where it can be captured for free. That's it. It's not about finding brilliant moves, it's about stopping the catastrophic ones.
So how do you stop blundering and, maybe more importantly, start punishing your opponent's blunders? Well, you need to learn the language of tactics. These are the basic patterns that are going to help you win material and, in the end, win games.
First up, we've got the absolute king of beginner tactics, the fork. This is your bread and butter. It's when one of your pieces, and it's very often a knight, attacks two enemy pieces at the exact same time. Your opponent can only save one of them, which means you get to win the other.
Let's look at a classic example here. You see White's knight on e5, and look over at Black's king and queen on e8 and d8. Now notice how that knight can just hop right over to the f7 square. What do you think that move would do?
And boom, knight to f7 with check. This move perfectly shows you the power of a fork. The knight is now attacking both the king, that's a check, and the queen at the same time. The king has to move out of check, and on the very next turn, the white knight just gobbles up the black queen. That is a game-changing move.
Okay, our next tactic is the pin. I want you to think of it like a pair of handcuffs for your opponent's piece. You attack a piece, and if it moves, it exposes an even more valuable piece hiding behind it. So, it's stuck. It can't go anywhere.
In this position, take a look at the white bishop on b2. It's just firing like a laser down that long diagonal. And what's in its path? Well, you've got the black knight on f6, and right behind it, the black queen. Right now, that knight is basically playing bodyguard. And now the trap is sprung. That knight on f6 is totally pinned. It absolutely cannot move, because if it did, the bishop would capture the queen. That knight is paralyzed, which gives white time to bring in more attackers and win the piece.
All right, our third and final tactic for today is the skewer. You can actually think of it as a reverse pin. Instead of the less valuable piece being in front, the more valuable piece is the one in front. It's just as deadly, let me tell you.
Let's see it in action. The white rook on h1 is attacking the black king on h5. But notice what's lined up directly behind the king. It's the black queen on h8. The king is right in the line of fire.
And here's what happens. The king is forced to move out of check. It has to. It steps to the side, over to g6. And by doing that, it exposes the piece that was hiding behind it. The rook just swoops in and captures the queen. A totally devastating skewer.
So, knowing what these tactics are is one thing. But being able to actually spot them in your games, that's a whole different story. That doesn't happen by magic. It happens through practice. So let's build some really good habits.
Here it is, your simple three-step plan to break through to 1,000 ELO. Number 1, solve tactical puzzles every day to build up your pattern recognition.
2. Slow down and play longer games. We're talking at least 10 minutes per side. And 3, and this one is so crucial, review every game you play to understand what went wrong.
You know, the key here is to focus on quality, not quantity. When you're doing puzzles, don't just blitz through them trying to get a high score. Take your time. Really try to understand why the solution works. Deeply learning one pattern is so much more valuable than just shallowly seeing 100 of them.
So why longer games? Well, just look at this comparison. Blitz chess is a lot of fun, but for a beginner, it just builds bad habits. You don't have any time to think, so you can't practice spotting tactics or checking for blunders. Rapid games, on the other hand, give you the time you actually need to apply what you're learning and improve.
Okay, so we've diagnosed the real problem, we've given you the tactical tools, and we've laid out the training plan. Let's boil all of this down to the one fundamental mindset shift that you need to make.
So if you remember just one thing from all of this, please make it this. Stop trying to be brilliant. Start trying to be safe. Before you make any move, do a blunder check. Just ask yourself, is this piece safe where I'm putting it? I promise you, your opponent will give you chances. Your only job is to be ready to spot them and take them.
The path out of the 500s isn't some big mystery. It's about focusing on the right things, avoiding your own blunders, and punishing your opponents. Your journey starts right now. So the only question left is, what's your first move going to be?